There is some good stuff coming. This is the first part of the adventure. I think you guys are going to love it. I've loved the trails so far. We've had some great stuff, really cool forests, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. So this is a little travel vlog, getting there. Thank you guys for being here, for watching these videos early and extended. There won't be an extended cut for a more vloggy thing, but as the writing gets started, there will be more extended cuts. This is my first real sponsored thing where it's like there's an ad in the video kind of sponsored thing, but I think it's all going to be pretty good. It's all pretty solid, and the Sun Tour stuff has been really good so far, so no complaints about that. Feeling good about this deal that we got going to make this happen. The traveling is always good, and I always love it. It is expensive though, so this helps, and so do you guys. So there's only one last thing to say. Let's go.
Timber! If it can take being thrown around in the airport, it should be able to take a 2-foot fall. What do we have here? Ba-bling, ba-bling.
This is where the Sun Tour ad will go in the final version. I'm still in the Czech Republic, so I can't make the Sun Tour ad quite yet. Boop.
Okay, just finished my podcast. I'm exporting that. That happens on Patreon. If you're not there, you should get there. Let's get the show on the road. I've got about... Hey, Google, what time is it?
I've got 11:03.
Okay, I've got about 4 hours before I need to get the hell out of here. Flight is at 8 p.m., but then you got to work back. The BART ride is about 2 hours. The drive over, you got to get to the airport early. You know how it is with the traveling thing. The grand gazoo of all bumblebees. Holy crap. This is like a king. I know there's queen bees, but this is like a king. It's like so big. I think it's a carpenter. Go. Go. Yeah, I think that was a carpenter bee. They're massive. Look at that. Probably because I have this big ass pile of wood back here. It attracts the carpenters. Roses are doing pretty good. So the Nugatorium's a mess. The garage is a real mess. And I'm hoping when I get back from Europe, I can actually do a little spring cleaning, get rid of a lot of stuff. It is getting really hot in the shed. I need to get this done. So I used to always just take this faceplate off and pull the handlebars off, leave the stem on. I'm gonna take the whole stem off instead and just leave all this alone and just not mess with these bolts. But that means I gotta mess with these bolts and the handlebar is gonna be crooked and all that, but it's fine. Pop off the stem cap. Loosen that a little bit. Loosen these ones and then wait for the fork to drop through onto my foot. Replace this so it keeps it nice and tight. Whoa! I did the wrong math on that. Okay, let's try this again. I got this stack of spacers that I can put in here to keep this on and keep it from blowing apart. Perfect. It's such a mess. It's such a mess in here. Oh no! Anybody need some wheels? So I'm sure you're wondering why I have this suspension set up on the Rayon. Well, I didn't have the Ritmo when they sent this over. I didn't know I was even gonna have a Ritmo. So the Ritmo was a surprise, and this is the suspension they sent over. And I was not about to try to put this on the Ritmo and play with it. This is the stuff they sent over for the Rayon. Good to go. Didn't want to send it back. I didn't want to have them send some more. It's just, we're good. I'm good. We have almost hit 28 degrees Celsius in the shed. It's gonna be a hot one. Oh, that's not the shifter. Oh no, squeeze the brake with no brakes in it. Great. My bike bag has taken a beating. It's looking a little worse for wear. And I probably put a lifetime of use on this thing in a year compared to how most people would. Come on. Whoa. So apparently the Czech Republic that's where I'm going in case I haven't mentioned that yet. I'm going to the Czech Republic for a guided mountain bike trip. That's why I'm packing up my bike. But apparently the Czech Republic doesn't use the euro. They're still on kroners, Czech kron. Great. I have some leftover euros from my last trip. I was looking forward to getting rid of them. I'll just have to keep going back to Europe. I'm flying Swiss Air today, so I'm expecting it to cost like $500 each way for my bike instead of $150 each way, because everything's more expensive in Switzerland. This is so funny. It's like, this is the first position, this is the second position, now even the third position, the furthest back to wrap this around the headset area is like too far. The geometry has gone way too slack. I think that's what it is. I don't know anything about geometry. So now I've gotten to the point where I can throw a few things in, and I've learned some things doing this time and time again, that you don't want to throw too much in here. The bag gets to a certain weight where they're like, no, we can't even take it. It's too heavy. We refuse. And then sometimes it'll get to a certain weight where it's even more than the $150 each way that I'm used to paying. So I throw bulky stuff that is hard to pack in a suitcase in here, but I don't load it down with a ton of stuff. The other trick that I've learned over the years is if you want to bring stuff like this that's kind of extra, that you're not going to bring it with you in your bag all the time, but you need it with you kind of sort of every day, you got to bring another bag. You got to be able to put this in the shuttle bus and wherever between, destinations. If you're changing locations every day, you need a way to hold on to it. Because, at first you're like, oh, throw it in the bag. And then you get to your destination, you're like, oh, you never take your bike bag. The bike bag is always like left at the first place you stay, and you never see it again until the end of the trip. And in case you're wondering, spare derailleur hanger, spare cleats, spare brake pads, spare chain. I'll probably throw in an old derailleur as well. Good for a backup. And I'll bring my nice shock pump and then this little tire pressure gauge, because I've never been on a trip where they had a decent bike pump. I've never been anywhere where they had a decent bike pump. I don't even like any of my bike pumps. It all sucks. I also had this sitting here as a reminder to take out any CO2s I had in my bag. I have not been riding with CO2s at all because of this, because I travel all the time and I'm gonna forget, but I just recently added some into my bag because I got a flat. Yada, yada, yada. Don't bring CO2s on the airplane. You will be arrested. You'll never make it home. Come on. I pity the TSA agent that tries to open this up and has to put it back in. It's lunchtime. Whew. All right, I loaded up the old bike bag here, and I sliced myself horrifically on my stupid pump. After I was complaining about all pumps suck. It's like the worst cut I've ever had. Great, now I'm gonna have to bring a bunch of these because this is gonna bleed through in an instant. My suitcase feels way too heavy too. Great. So I've made it to the airport and I've made the biggest bonehead mistake of my life. I forgot my passport. So my brother's bringing me the passport and hopefully he'll get it to me on time. I could easily cut this stuff out, but I'm willing to take the beating from the comments because I just checked the comments. I hadn't checked my comments in like 5 days, and it was all super positive stuff from people talking about weight they lost and quitting their job to focus on their mental health and stuff. So I'll just keep it real with you guys. Oh dear God. Do you have enough battery to get home? 72%. Well, my brother's my hero. I made it through security very easily. TSA pre-check usually isn't on international flights, but TSA pre-check right through. Maybe she added it on just to get me through. But, okay, hour and a half to go. Whew. I had a really good airport meal here last time, pre-flight, and I'm actually not sure if it was here or not now. I gotta go look and see if they have the same food I'm looking forward to. Yes, there it is. Dumpling noodle soup. Oh yeah, should have asked him to hold the cilantro. Oh, so happy right now. Well, that was probably the worst long-haul flight I've ever had. Just the seat was uncomfortable. The guy in front of me was full recline the entire time. My bike cost $283 to fly with. Ugh, Swiss prices. I was able to get some sleep though because I had a dream about the plane crashing. This is Zurich, by the way. There's the Alps, I think. Many times when you fly into a country and then you're gonna go fly into a different country, you have to collect all your baggage and go through security again, so let's hope that doesn't happen. So I made a little checklist, a packing checklist while I was on that flight. I just grabbed 2,000 Corona. This is about $100, which means it's gonna be hard to split the bill and pay for stuff. This is the spot. I've made it to my room in the cloak of darkness, and one of like the European things is you gotta put your room key in this thing and that turns on the power to actually be able to operate in your room. I'm venturing out into the darkness to find some food. There's nothing at the hotel. There's a vending machine at the hotel, but hopefully I could do a little bit better. I think I found a restaurant. So that meal was pretty good. When the waiter showed me the menu, he showed me the most expensive item on the menu, and it was the pork chop with potatoes, and it was pretty damn good. 289 Corona. I gotta make sure, I don't know if it's Corona. I'll talk to people tomorrow and actually figure that out. It has been a long day, and this shower is looking pretty dang good. Look at this fancy thing. I'm gonna hop in this, and tomorrow, I think we're gonna start riding tomorrow. If not, we won't, whatever. I hope you guys join me whether or not we start riding. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of culture. I'm gonna make sure I get some riding in, make sure I get some culture in. I know you all like it, so thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you on the trail.